Call Halayim Yahweh Bashem Yahusha Bashem Rakakadash Barakatha Yahweh Barakatha Yahusha Barakatha Yahweh Barakatha Yahusha Barakatha Yahweh Bashem Yahusha Bashem Rakakadash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people ignorantly call God. Yahweh Shah is the true name of the only begotten Son, who you people ignorantly call Jesus. Right? The true names are Paleo Hebrew names, and the names matter for salvation's sake. Right? And if you read your holy scriptures, you'll know that they are exclusively for the 12 tribes of Israel, which are you Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, right? And their offspring based on the father's lineage. And I want to give a double honor and sincere shalom to the elders and apostles, right? Disciples of Great Millstone, right? Those who I learned this truth from, right? Shalom, much respect, man, right? Shalom to the sincere believers in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the hopeful elect. Shalom. And in this video, I want to talk about the second Exodus, right? Which is getting ready to happen, right? In which the Lord Yahweh, right, is going to send Yahweh Shah, right, the only begotten Son, to redeem and beam up the elect of the nation of Israel, right? Which are you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man, and their offspring, right? We are the 12 tribes of Israel, man, right? We are the Israelites, man, right? It says in the land of our captivity we will remember ourselves, right? Right? In the book of Zechariah, right, chapter 13, it says that 2/3 are going to be cut off of the nation of Israel, but that 1/3 remnant, the elect remnant, right, it says it's going to be brought through the fire and it's going to be refined as gold, right? Right? That's that elect that's going to be beamed up. That's that elect of the nation of Israel that's going to be delivered in the second Exodus, man. Right? And I was reading in the book of Exodus about the first Exodus, right? The reason we keep the Passover, right? To remember, well, the reason our ancestors kept the Passover, right? Because in our captivity, right, we can't keep it how we are to. But in the kingdom, it'll be reestablished. But I was reading, right, the account of our ancestors remembering the Passover, remembering the deliverance, right? And I read the deliverance, and it was a beautiful story, right? How the Lord slew the firstborn of Pharaoh's and the Egyptians' firstborn, right? He brought the plagues upon them, right? He brought hail upon Egypt on the behalf of Israel, right? Because he heard the cries of Israel, right, from bondage and oppression, right? And the Lord answered the cries of Israel, of Yasharallah, his chosen people, right? He delivered them, right? He led them through the sea, man, through the Red Sea, man. He parted the sea, man, right? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and he guided them, man, right? He was in the it says he was in the clouds, right? The chariots of the Lord, man. Those so-called UFOs, man. They were with our people, man. Right? Our people have a rich history, man. I'm reading in the Exodus. It's a beautiful story, right? And reading it, I'm thinking, like, this is finna happen again, man. Right? Right? Because if you read in Genesis, right, the Lord prophesied the Exodus to Abraham. He prophesied the Exodus to Abraham, right? And if we read, the Lord prophesies to us, right, in modern times, he prophesies a second Exodus, right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand, again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. Right? So this is not speaking of the first Exodus, right? This is speaking of the second Exodus, man, right? Which is going to take place in America, Babylon the Great, right? Mainly, right? In the surrounding areas where our people, right, the nation of Israel, you Negro, Latino, Native Americans have been scattered, right? So it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, right? Which proves that this is speaking of Israel, right? Which proves that the elect is the nation of Israel. See, this is the book of Matthew, and we're going to prove that the elect is the nation of Israel, right? We already know the 144,000 is from the 12 tribes, so we're going to prove that that mixed multitude is the scattered Israelites, right? See, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24. I'm going to start at verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heavens shall be shaken. Right, and this is speaking of when World War III pops off, which is a part of the tribulation, Jacob's trouble, right? When the nukes get fired off and they're headed for America, Babylon the Great, right? America, Babylon the Great is going to be completely destroyed. But before those missiles land, the Lord Yahweh Shah, right, in the chariots, the so-called UFOs, right, they're going to beam up the elect from America, right, to deliver them from the second death, right, and they're going to beam up the elect from surrounding areas as well, right, but the main deliverance is from spiritual Egypt, which is America, Babylon the Great, right. See, look, it says, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other, right? So, who is that elect, man, that he's coming for? Who is that elect, man? This is Isaiah 45:4. It tells you who the elect is. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Right? So the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, is coming back for the nation of Israel. Right? The first Exodus was for the nation of Israel on the behalf of his chosen people, Israel. The second Exodus is for the nation of Israel, man. Right? Which is you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans and their offspring based on the father's lineage, right? Because you have the Israelite foreigners, right? Those are our people who come from the lineage of so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, but they might not look like them, right? Based on our fathers mixing with the heathen women, right? That's why that Revelation said a mixed multitude, right? Right, because Israel was scattered in all nations, man. Right, we have some of our people who may look like the heathen, right, and who may conduct themselves like the heathen, right, but they're indeed Israelites through the lineage of their fathers. They go back to the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But now back to the point in Isaiah chapter 11, right, speaking on the second Exodus. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, right? And that's why you see that 12 signs chart out there on the highways and byways with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and other brothers, man, like-minded brothers, right? That's that ensign set up, man, to draw the nation of Israel in, man. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, right? He's recovering the remnant of our people who's been scattered, man, right? And gather together the dispersed of Judah, right? The southern kingdom, right? Right, you Negro, Jamaican, and Haitians, and gather the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Right? So, right, we're finna go into that second uh uh that second Exodus, man. Right? Uh, as as in the first Exodus, right? The Lord brought us out with a mighty hand, right? He delivered us from captivity, man. He's gonna do the same in this time, man. Right? Because currently, right, you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, we are oppressed. We're in the slums. We're in the ghettos. We're being murdered, right? And our oppressors, right? They hold themselves not guilty, man. Right? We're systematically oppressed, man. Right? But the Lord has prophesied and told us, man, He's coming back for us, right? The elect, right, of our nation, right? Those who have turned back to the truth of Yahweh Bashem Shah, right? They are sighing and crying, right? And those cries are going up to the heavens, right? And the Lord is getting ready to answer those prayers, man, right? Right, through Yahweh Shah, man. He's gonna redeem us and restore us, man. Uh, see, see, this is Exodus chapter 2, verse 23. And it came to pass in process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of bondage, and they cried, and their cry came up unto the Most High by reason of bondage. Right? Right? And we are in modern Egypt, right? America is modern Egypt, right? You see on the back of the dollar bill, right? The pyramid, right? That represents Egypt, right? Which Egypt is the house of bondage, right? Of the Israelites, right? Where we served our captivity, right? As the Lord told us, um, uh, 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 in Deuteronomy. Hold on, wait. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get the verse in Revelations first, right? In Revelations, 11:8, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, right? And this shows you that that great city is what? Um, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city. This is Revelation 17 and 18. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Right? And what's that woman? Skipping up in Revelation 17 to verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the great, the mother of harlots, and the abominations of the earth. Right? And that woman is Mystery Babylon. Right? That woman is that woman is America Babylon the Great. Right? America is the head. It spearheads the world right now. It's the top power, right? Right, as it says in Job 9 and 24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, right? And it's ruled by the Edomites, right? The number one enemy of you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, right? You Israelites, man, right? They're our enemies, man, right? And that great city is spiritually Egypt, right? And what did the Lord say? How did we get here in America? Right? We got here through slave ships, man. Right? Right? And you go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. Right? The Bible, it connects. It tells you everything, man. You just have to have the Spirit dealing with you. Right? In Deuteronomy 28 and 68, And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Right? And this was one of those curses for the Israelites if they went off. Right? The Lord said he would bring them back in Egypt by way of ships. Right? So if you read the scriptures, right, nowhere in the scriptures do you read that account, but you go in secular history, right? What happened to the so-called Negroes, right? Jamaicans and Haitians, we were shipped, man. We were brought here to the Americas, right? And we were sold, right? And that that proves that we are the Israelites of the Bible, man. Right? That's proof, man. And that's proof that America is spiritual Egypt, man. Right? This is the bondage, the house of bondage for Israel, man. Right? This is modern day Egypt.
Hey, mommy, look what I got. Yeah, come on.
All right?
Hey! Yes, ma'am.
So, right? So back to the point, right? You have now in current time,
Marquise in the kitchen.
bear with me. And cry. So right now in current time, right here in America, you got certain men who go out to the highways and byways, right, and they bring up the offenses that's been done to the children of Israel, right? They bring the complaints right to the Lord, right? They're praying, they're sighing, they're crying, right? These are those cries that's going up to the Lord, right? Right, and it's going to lead the Lord to act on the behalf of His children of Israel, right? Right, these plagues are going to come upon modern day Egypt, just like in the days of old. Right, that second Exodus. See, this is Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right, so these lessons, right, you have different brothers doing camps, right, different brothers praying, right, daily. These are going up to the heavens, to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right, and this is why you see mass judgment coming upon America, Babylon the Great. You see America in the state it's in, man, right, inflation, mass death, right, because this is the spirit of the Lord, right? He's doing works, right? He's getting ready to smite Egypt with plagues as before, right? And this this is going to piss off these modern day Egyptians, right? The so-called white man, the Edomites, right? See, bear with me. See, look, they're gonna they see us or waking up.
Mar, they your $4? No, you better get it then. Come on, let's go.
They see. Cool, man. They see Israel waking up, right? They see that we're spiritually departing from America.
Mommy, come look at it.
Stop saying bull. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
It's not made. No, it's sleep.
Yeah, let me know now.
Lay too. They see that can't focus, man. They see that a bulk of Israel, right, the elect, are coming back to the obedience of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? They see that we are repenting, and it's going to enrage Esau Edom, man, right? It's going to lead to martial law. It's going to lead to them coming after the prophets of the Lord, right? You see them with these different bills that they're bringing into to law, right? That's going to allow them, right, to put you in camps, right? Detention camps and stuff, right? Quarantine camps, right? All under medical law. Also, you see false flags, right? Esau doing different psyops, right? He's marketing domestic terrorism, right? See, look, see, this is Exodus 14:5, and it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people, and they said, "Why have we done this? That we have let Israel go from serving us," right? And this is the mindset of the so-called white man right now, man, because he's invested millions of dollars in hiding the truth of our heritage, man, right? Of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, right? Our heritage, man, that we are the children of Israel, man, right? Now this information is getting out, man. Now the elect is being sealed. We're waking up, right? And this is pissing them off, man, because they know once we come back to our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right, their rulership is through. They know this. They know this, man, right?
Marquisha, when you gonna call my phone?
And this goes to Revelations 12:12. Salakia, Israel, man. Right? I'm going to continue. It's a lot of distractions. This is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Right? Because the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, right? We are dwelling in the heavens, right? In spirit, right? This word, man, this truth sets us free. Woe to them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time, right? And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child, right? And that devil, man, is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, right? The Edomites, man, that run the world, right? Starting off with the banking families, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Gettys, Oppenheimers, right? So on and so forth, right? America, Babylon the Great, NATO and EU, right? Which is that beast, right? They're going to come with great wrath, man, because they see this great awakening, man, of the children of Israel, of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man, right? Just as in the first Exodus, when Pharaoh saw that Israel departed, right, from serving them, right, his heart was hardened. He had great wrath, man, and right, and it says when the dragon And in Revelations, it says when the dragon saw that he was cast onto the earth, he persecuted the woman. The woman, according to Jeremiah 6:2, is Zion, Israel, right? Which Zion means monument of Yahweh, right? Right? Israel, Yasharallah, we are the monument of Yahweh, man, right? So it says that dragons persecuted the woman, right? Which brought forth the man child, right? Israel, right? Out of Israel, out of the tribe of Judah, came Yahushua, right? Yahushua is that man child, right? So they're gonna come after us, right? And if we read in the first Exodus, as we read, Pharaoh and of his servants, and the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people, and they said, "Why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us?" And he made ready his chariot and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots and all the chariots of Egypt and captains over every one of them. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel. And the children of Israel went out with a high hand, but the Egyptians pursued after them. All the horses and chariots of Pharaoh and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them camping by the sea beside Phil-ha-Haroth before Baal-Zephon. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them. And they were sore afraid, and the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And that's what we're supposed to do, man. Right? Because when we cry out to the Lord, right, He's our defense, man. Right? We're gonna be helped, man. Right? The Lord is a strong power, man. These nations fear the Lord. Look, they don't want us crying out to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is why they're so pissed off, man. This is why once this truth came out, man, right, shit's been stirred up, man, because the Lord is getting ready to do great wonders. See, this is the book of this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 10. The name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Right? Right? So they know, man, that once we cry unto the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we good, man. Right? We gonna get the victory this time, man. Right? Just as we were delivered in the first Exodus, we're getting delivered again, man. See, look. This is Exodus 14 and verse 10. And Moses said unto the people, "Fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace." Right? And a precept on that is Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall lift up a standard against him. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? So, hey, man, we finna be delivered, man. Right? When we cry unto the Lord, right? The name of the Lord is a strong tower, man. Right? And it says, and the righteous is safe, man. We're gonna be safe, man, through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? Right? Just as in the first Exodus, Pharaoh came after Israel, right? Just in modern times, how Esau Edom was gonna come after us, right? So he's gonna come with great wrath, What does it say? When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Lord is going to lift up a standard, man. And we're going to read that standard that he lifted up in the first Exodus for an example. This is Exodus 14 and 15. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said unto Moses, Wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward. But lift up thy rod and stretch out thy hand over the sea and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And I behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. And the angel of the Most High, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And that's the chariot, man. Right? Right? Them chariots are there, man. Right? These chariots, the angels of the Lord, man. Right? Yahushua, man. They're going to be fighting on our behalf, man. Right? And in this time too, man. Right? We're going to have help from our brethren, man. The angels, man, in heaven. Right? This is Cause we're going to have a heavenly intervention, man. Right? That's in the scriptures, man. This is the book of right? This is beautiful. Actually, this is real beautiful. Man, it's beautiful. This is Daniel's 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Right? So we're going to have heavenly intervention, man. Just like how in the first Exodus, man. Right? The chariots, it says the chariots was there, man. Right? With Israel and Moses, man. Our people, man. This is our history, man. This is beautiful. Back in Exodus 14 and 20. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud and darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. So he parted the sea, man. And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians. Right? And that's the chariots, man. Right? They was fighting on the behalf of Israel, man. Right? The angels, man. Yahushua, man. Right? Right? And this time, man, they're going to be with us, fighting for us, man. As we read in Daniel, Michael going to stand up, man. Right? All the hosts of heaven, man, is going to be fighting on the behalf of the elect of the nation of Israel, right? That 1/3, man. The 144,000 and 1/3 remnant. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua looked unto the hosts of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of cloud, and troubled the hosts of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua fighteth for them against the Egyptians. Right? They gonna be fighting for us. And the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the hosts of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. But the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Thus the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And Israel saw that great work which the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua did upon the Egyptians, and the people feared the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and believed the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and his servant Moses. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord. And spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. Right? That's beautiful. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my power, and I will prepare him in habitation. My father's power, and I will exalt him. Right? See? And this is what's going to happen in that second Ezra's, man. We got to have faith and believe, man. Right? Right? The Lord is going to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel, man. And this is the time that we're coming upon. Right? See, this is Revelations 15:1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. And they sang the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, which is Yahushua, saying, Great and marvelous are thy works, the Lord, power almighty, just and true are thy ways, thou King of the saints. Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name, the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua? For thou only art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. Right? And the salvation, right, of the children of Israel, right, is going to be made manifest, man. Right? The kingdom of heaven, which is for Israel, is going to be made manifest, man. Right? And we got to believe that, man. Right? Our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? He's going to deliver on our behalf, right? Yahweh's going to send Yahushua, right, to come and deliver us and redeem us, man, and set up the kingdom of Israel once again, right? Right, and this account is speaking of when those nukes hit, right, and the elect be beamed up. We're going to be looking down from the chariots. We're going to be seeing America burn, man, right? The elect are going to be in chariots, man, in new bodies, man, right? And, turned immortal, man. We're going to be looking down at America burn, man, on those chariots. See, and the precept for that is, this is the book of Isaiah 26:20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. Right? And this is the Lord coming to throw down these nations, these heathens, man. Right? And redeem his people, man. Right? And we're going to witness these things be manifest, man. Right? And we're going to witness the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Israel be manifest. Right? See, this is Daniel 7:26. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him. Hereunto is the end of the matter. Right? And that's what's gonna happen, man. Right? The kingdom is going to be given to the children of Israel, man. Right? With Yahushua as our king, right? Right? He's going to be ruling, man. Right? He's going to be the king, man. And then there's going to be King David. There's going to be the 144,000. Then the 1/3 remnant, man. That's going to be the order, man. Right? And we're going to rule over all these heathen, man. Right? They're going into subjection, man. Right? And the precept on in Daniel 7:13, I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, right, that all people, nations, and language should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, man. Right? Yahushua's going to be our king, man. Right? He's going to be the one to deliver us out of this, man. He's the Redeemer. Right? Right? And through him, we're going to get dominion, man, over these heathen, man. Right? As he said, as my Father has given me, so will I give you. Right? We're going to be joint heirs with him, man. Right? See, this is verse 18 of Daniel 7. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Right? Right? So we're going to rule alongside Yahushua. Right? And the saints, man. Who are the saints, man? Just so I can prove this. And I think that's the point after that, man. The saints are Israel, man. And I'm gonna prove that, right? So that second Exodus, man, right? That redemption, man. That us being redeemed, man, is being close to being manifest, man. Right? We gotta keep the faith, man. right? Because it is coming, man, right? It is coming. This is it's the book of Psalms. Psalms 148, verse 14. Psalms 148, verse 14. He also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? So, you Israelites, man, right? You so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man, right? Our Redeemer is strong, man, right? His name is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? Right? Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, and Bahashem in the name of, right? Yahweh Shah being the only begotten Son, man, right? So we're gonna be redeemed, man, through Yahweh sending Yahweh Shah, man. Yahweh Shah, our deliverer, our savior, man, right? Yahweh Shah, the King, man, the one who brought us back to the Father, man, right? And Yahweh Shah is Big Pops, man, right? Top dog, man. Abba, man. Father, man, right? So call Halayim Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Kakadash, man, right? The second Exodus, man, is close to being manifest, right? We almost out of here. We almost out of America, Babylon the Great, man. Spiritually Egypt, right? Right. Abad Babal, Abad Babal, Abad Babal. DTA, man. Destruction to America. Shalom.